In Alberta, they want to get rid of the current healthcare cards, which are just a piece of paper, and they want to amalgamate that with the driver's license. And at first, I thought it was great because who wouldn't like to be like the rest of Canada and have like a hard plastic card for your healthcare card? But then after I thought, oh my gosh, this is horrible. If you've ever had your identity stolen, which I've had, this is the stupidest thing you could ever do. Because all of the information is on the card. Like if you ever lost your healthcare card, driver's license, you're screwed. And so this story basically is an immigration lawyer from like BC who's saying, you should have caution. You shouldn't put all this information on the card because of that. Right? And he's saying that the UCP government isn't thinking correctly because it could be a huge privacy breach. And it also is going to divide Canadians because they want to put your citizenship status on this card. They want to see if you're a Canadian citizen or not on this card. So they'll have all the stuff that you have for your driver's license. So what's on your driver's license? Your picture on your Alberta driver's license, your name, your full name, like your first, middle, and last name is on there. Your date of birth is on there. Your address is on there. Your driver's license number is on there as well. And a couple other identifying numbers are on the back of the card too. Your mailing address. I'm pretty sure your date of birth is on there. It's inside of the kind of wavy thing, the design, where your name is. Your name is in like more than one place on the card. And so that's all the stuff that's already on your card. Plus, when it's done, this card is also going to have your Alberta healthcare number on it, which you have for the rest of your life. And it's supposed to have your citizenship. So if you're a Canadian citizen, permanent resident or not. So first, there are other ways to identify people if they're Canadian citizens, right? Your passport, your birth certificate, things like that. Why do you need to put it on the card? Now this means that when you go to the liquor store and you put your card down on the thing for identification, now they can be like, oh, you're not a Canadian citizen. And then they can talk to their friends and be like, you're not a Canadian citizen. I don't want to sell to you. Or they're going to discriminate against you. And that doesn't have to be a liquor store or anything, but wherever that you have to present your ID, now it gives it away to everybody that you're not Canadian. There's tons of people that live in Alberta who are not Canadian citizens. They're permanent residents, they're Americans, they're people from, refugees and everything like that. And now you've decided to put their status on this card for anybody to see. So if you lose your ID in the street, some homeless man can pick it up and now they can use your name, your address. They can find out probably your date of birth, your full name. Like anybody could do all this identity fraud from this one card. So, and it also basically tells people what services, social services that you're entitled to. So what if you go to a leisure center and you're entitled to certain services and they say, oh, you're allowed to have this free program for immigrants or whatever. I don't know if there is one, but you know what I mean? Like, what if they say, oh, that, and then the person who's next to you is like, well, how come I don't have access to those programs? And they're like, well, because you don't have the same status. And then it divides people and makes people angry at each other. I don't know. I just think this is a really bad idea. At first, I thought it would be convenient, but now that they say that things like your date of birth and like your citizenship status is going to be on the card, it's just like, what's the point of having a passport or a Nexus card? I think it's really stupid. And then what are they planning to do in the future? Where are they going to keep all this information? It should be the federal government that keeps that information. Right? What are they going to do with that information? They're going to target people eventually. Don't know how, but they will.